boys and girls, today I want to talk to you about what good readers do. One thing that good readers do, sorry, I've got messages coming up. One thing that good readers do is they find things that are interesting to them. Once you get interested in it, then it's really going to help you as you're reading to remember what you read. So today I just pulled a book out of my class library called Eclipses, and I'm kind of interested in eclipses. So I'm going to read this book and see what I might find interesting in here. What is an eclipse? An eclipse is like a game of hide and seek in space. The sun and the moon take turns hiding from Earth. The moon and the Earth move in paths called orbits. Earth orbits the sun, the moon orbits the Earth. Sometimes these paths line up. Then an eclipse happens. So see how they're all in a line? We see two kinds of eclipses. The sun hides during a solar eclipse. The moon looks dark in a lunar eclipse. Solar eclipse. The moon slowly moves in front of the sun in a solar eclipse. The sky grows dark and sunlight makes a red glow behind the moon. Eclipses cover either all or part of the sun. Total eclipses cover all the sun, and partial eclipses just cover part of the sun. Lunar eclipse. Sometimes Earth passes between the sun and the moon. A lunar eclipse happens. Earth's shadow covers the moon. The moon looks red or orange. The moon needs sunlight to shine, but Earth blocks the sunlight. The moon goes dark for about an hour. See an eclipse. Up to 3 lunar eclipses happen each year. At least 2 partial solar eclipses happen each year, and a total solar eclipse happens about every 18 months. Scientists study Earth and moon orbits. They tell people when eclipses will happen and where on Earth you can see them. You will see an amazing sight. And then here, since this is a nonfiction book, it has a glossary with words and some other interesting sites I could go to. Now, we've been talking about, let me flip this around. We've been talking about what good readers do. And so far we've talked about, sorry, I'm having trouble getting that all set up. All right, so far we've talked about that good readers picture in their minds. They talk about what they're wondering about. They can write about what they're thinking or what they're feeling. And another thing that good readers do sometimes is they write about what's interesting to them. Okay? What they find interesting. I'm going to run out of room. What they find interesting. So something a good reader can do is to write about what they find interesting. So today in your journal, I want you to get your book, and you can read any book you want on Epic. But I read a book called Eclipses, so I'm going to write Eclipses. And I'm going to put my date, 8-26. And then I'm going to write about what I found interesting, okay? So I'm going to say, today, when I was reading, I thought it was interesting that total eclipses happen every 18 months. The reason I thought that was so interesting is I don't remember seeing that many of them every year and a half. So I must be in the classroom or something and not noticing. So I might even write about that. I don't remember seeing that many. Now, part of the reason might be because of where I live. Maybe they don't show up that often, just in different parts of the world. But that's that's how I want you to write today. So today in your journal, I want you to read a book that's just right for you and tell me something you found interesting in that book. What was something that interests you? Okay, I look forward to seeing your answers.